Welcome back to the book review of The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, chapter number 16, Prescription for Heartache. You must be wondering that is this fellow a doctor that he is giving prescriptions? No, I am not the doctor, but the person who has written this book is a doctor in religion. Actually, he is actually professing the good things that actually need to be put into practice by all of us. Now let's get going. हमने पिछले चैप्टर में देखा how to get liked by people. Now if you are unlucky in getting liked by people, obviously you will have difficulties in accepting things, so you will have heartache. Now please remember, this is not about heart attack, this is heartache. दिल दर्द होना, दिल में दर्द है उस बात का एक बोल रहा है. This is not talking about that heart attack or cardiac arrest, etc. So please don't get me wrong. So when you are not by heart, you are not feeling well, that something is bothering you in your heart, that something is been upsetting you mentally and emotionally, that is when these things are put to use. And friends, I actually read this book during the prime pandemic, during the prime lockdown in between April and May 2020. And that is when I wrote a summary as well. And it was so useful. And I was able to relate this particular book to the real life situation that was happening globally. And in many cases within our relatives, at relatives' home, etc. And this book really created a, you can say, tailor-made medicine kind of situation for those people. And I shared my thoughts about that. And so this particular chapter is not very easy to explain, but फिर भी मैंने कोशिश की है कि मैं इसकी समरी बना सकूं. And the best thing that one can think about this heartache is that that is part of life. That is the way the life is going to be. You are not, life is never going to be perfect. आपको कभी भी bed of roses नहीं मिलने वाले हैं, या तो your path is never going to be laden with soft fur and all that, with cool comfort of AC, etc. Life is actually a mix of good, bad, and everything, because then only उसमें मजा है, then only it becomes like a chart item, delicious. थोड़ी सी खट्टी, थोड़ी सी मीठी, थोड़ी सी तीखी, ऐसी ही लाइफ होनी चाहिए दोस्तों. And one of the ways you can relieve your heartaches is just to do some physical activities. मैंने एक शॉर्ट्स में भी ये पहले बोला है कि you need to do physical activities because we are living in a digitized world, and if we don't do physical activities, our mind will stop working. And that is why it is important to do physical activities. And one of the ways to get rid of heartache, to divert the attention, is to focus somewhere else. So that is there. But if you are still not able to get out of it, crying is also an option. Crying कोई ऐसा switch on switch off जैसी चीज नहीं है. Crying will happen on its own when it has to happen. So, and that is one of the ways to relieve yourself of the stress, of the burden, of the pain. And that is a great mechanism that human body and mind has. So this is what life is all about, friends. तो आपको यही सोच के चलना है कि दुनिया में ऐसी चीज तो चलती रहेगी, ऊपर नीचे होता ही रहेगा. And you must focus on getting back to normalcy, because life has to go on. The show must go on, as Raj Kapoor ji used to say. And you must, don't forget ever that the God is with you. When the God is around you, there can never be negativity. There can always be opportunities of positivity, and you will always be able to bounce back from where you were. So never get disappointed, disheartened, because God is going to be with you. And remember, अगर आपने ये समझ लिया कि for everybody on this planet Earth, death is a certainty. Only thing we don't know is when. So just accept the fact, and as long as you are living, enjoy the life the way it is, right? So, and the as I have mentioned over here, the best way that anyone can experience the real meaning of life and the real meaning of this chapter is by watching Hindi movies जो ये दो है राजेश खन्ना के आनंद और अनुरोध बहुत ही बढ़िया movies है. And if you have not yet watched these movies, please go to YouTube and watch these movies. It is, you will be actually investing time in watching these movies and learning a lot about life as such. Thank you very much, friends. And I will see you in the last chapter of this book, chapter 17. Till then, keep smiling and keep putting up a brave fight. Thank you for being with me.